Alright folks, we're gonna do an off-screen benchmark of recently released as of today Red Dead Redemption 2 for the PC via the Rockstar Games application. I have a 2080 Ti, as most of you that have watched my channel already know. And as you can see here, we are gonna run it on ultrawide 3440 by 1440. My refresh rate is set at 144. VSync is off, and I've got it at the highest quality settings possible per this quality preset level. Got it turned up all the way. Texture quality is at ultra, filtering at 16. Everything is pretty much ultra. I don't think I can go, oh, you know what, I can go higher on that. Let's go ahead and max that out too. Mirror quality, already on ultra. Water quality, the highest you can go is high. Let's go turn everything up and see how far we can push. We're gonna leave TAAA on. We're gonna turn those off. I don't think that's needed. We're gonna keep this locked and see how it runs from here. So let's go ahead and apply the changes first. Accept. Run the benchmark test. Alright. So I already did a benchmark earlier, but with just the preset maxed out and not turning up those other settings that I was able to turn up manually. And I got an average of 67 frames per second, which I'm really happy with, considering playing it on ultra wide and the type of visual fidelity you get at that setting. I'm gonna try to turn on my River Tuner MSI Afterburner here. It's really hard to see, but right now, if I focus in, you can see 52 frames per second. That is crazy. 97% GPU usage here. I do have a 5930K CPU, so that's quite on the older side now, but it's still a 6-core with hyper-threading 12-core CPU, so it's still a decent CPU for what I do for gaming. I'm thinking maybe next year I'll go ahead and upgrade, especially with the rumored 3000 series GPUs. So I'm thinking it's probably about time to upgrade my whole rig. But as of right now, I mean, most of my games are running great. I've been playing COD a lot lately, and I'm getting way over 100 frames per second on that. Definitely like at 140 something, which is my preferred refresh rate for this ASUS PG35VQ monitor. But yeah, obviously the video is not gonna do it justice, especially recording with my iPhone, even though it's on 4K 60 frames per second. But I mean, you really just gotta see it in person to appreciate the visual fidelity in this game compared to console, which already looks great on its own. Right now we're getting 54, 55 frames. GPU usage is still 97%. And again, just being able to play this at more than 30 frames per second, which is what the console versions offer, and also in ultra wide. I mean, big shout out to Rockstar for having proper ultra wide support for this game. Although someone did tell me, I haven't played the actual game yet. I've just been running the benchmark, but the actual game, when you play, it's in ultra wide, but when it comes to the cutscenes, that's boxed and 16 by 9, unfortunately. But you know, it's not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker for me personally, but it would have been nice if the cutscenes were also in ultra wide to basically kind of keep you immersed with the game. But again, it's not a big deal breaker for me. I mean, just look at how smooth this is looking. And we're still right now getting about 66 frames per second. So obviously when it comes to like those levels where there's snow, it's a lot more taxing for my setup. But this is just one of those games that's just gonna mature really well. Obviously with newer tech and newer cards coming out, and the game looks amazing. This is gonna age really, really well for a long time. I would say for like at least a decade before we really see anything that's gonna like make this game look old. I mean, we play games older that still look great, like for example like Crisis, for example. I mean, that game still looks amazing. And a lot of like older games that you can run on the PC with higher resolutions hold up really well. So this is going to be one of those games. And again, it's not like I'm getting 4 frame rate. Look at how smooth it looks. And again, I don't need all those other settings that I turned up manually on Ultra. I'm probably just gonna set it to like the default preset quality, maxed out with some of the other settings, not quite on Ultra, but maybe high or medium. But there you go. 3440 by 1440, not quite 4K, a little better than regular 2K 1440p, and pretty much 60 frames per second right there. And again, with everything pretty much turned up, this is great. So I'm gonna enjoy playing this game. Hope you guys enjoyed this off-screen benchmark. Thanks.